touch the tail!
This is my last attempt to save this fucking game.
Okay.
I've been wanting to do God Guides for a long time, but since they decided to add some Wukong back into the game, I thought it was a perfect time to start. I'm not going to cover lore because I want to spend more time focusing on gameplay, and also, I don't sound like Lore Lady. If you want lore for some Wukong, go check out Overly Sarcastic Productions. They have a 12-part lore series at this point on Journey to the West.
These immortals need to be taught a lesson.
Now I gotta ask, what is Monkey? What are my gameplay goals? What am I trying to do every time that I load in as Wukong? You're playing arguably the safest character in the game with some of the highest damage output if built correctly. Most of the time you're going to want to flex and build some tank items and some damage items and function like a true warrior being an off tank. I'm going to be honest, early game you should probably just play like a bitch, sit back, poke, and take fights when people are low. Mid game will kick off when the enemy tanks start to feel pretty frisky, when the enemy backline feels like they can actually start killing you before you can kill them. It's all a lie, by the way. You can kill both of them in about an equal amount of time. Once you understand how your abilities work and what each one does and when to use them, your safety is going to come from that, not from the items you build. So don't be afraid to take some fights, pick off who you can, and be kind of bold. Late game, some of your damage is going to fall off, and you should respect that. But honestly, you can still blow up carries in about the same time as it takes them to kill you. So get those picks. The most important overall skill you can learn is proper target acquisition in team fights. Sun Wukong's first ability is called the Magic Cudgel. Sun Wukong's staff grows in length and you slam down with it, dealing physical damage in a line to all enemies. This is your most simple ability, it's your most honest ability, and it's the bread and butter of your kit. Use it for poke, use it for lane farm, it's the backbone of everything you want to do when it comes to setup or kill confirms. It's really, really hard to miss. If you miss with this, it's surprising to everybody on your team because it's motion tracking, heat seeking, and virginity sniffing. No bullshit, you can hit this from the next area code over. The most notable change to this ability in Smite 2 is the fact that it scales differently with strength and intelligence. Strength causes it to deal more damage in front of you, directly in a melee range. Intelligence causes it to deal more damage at a distance and increases the range of the ability. So what the Smite devs are trying to tell you is if you read more, you're Sun Wukong's second ability is called the Master's Will. Sun Wukong strikes in an area around him with his staff, slowing the attack and movement speed of all enemies. With the second ability, it's pretty much second verse, same as the first, except just tweaked a little bit. It doesn't quite get as long, but it's okay, we don't need to read as many books. The AoE nature does make it the best option in your team fight. The attack speed slow and the movement speed slow really lower the DPS of any available character in the vicinity. It's your best option in those honest solo lane 1v1s that were taken at level 1 with Hercules, right? It's the best option. Is it exciting? No. Does it work? Yes. Sun Wukong's third ability is 72 transformations. You transform into an ox, tiger, or eagle and dash forward. The form chosen depends on the aiming distance. So when you aim close, you transform into an ox and you knock up enemies in your path. When you transform into a tiger, that means you aim at mid-range and then you maul and stun the first enemy hit. And when you aim the farthest away from you is when you transform into the eagle, and this is the fastest of the three forms. All three of the forms are immune to slow and root effects, and the ox is immune to knockups, not knockbacks. While we're covering this ability, it also makes the most sense to cover his aspect, the aspect of transformation. 72 transformations has a reduced cooldown with the aspect turned on, and it locks your animal form until you use your ultimate. Locking into your ox causes your second ability, Master's Will, to knock up. Locking into the tiger provides attack speed when you hit with your first ability, the Magic Cudgel. Locking into the eagle causes your first two abilities, Master's Will and the Magic Cudgel, to have a reduced cooldown. I could go on for hours about this ability. It's the Sun Wukong ability. Most veteran players hate this ability and understand how it works. The eagle gives you a lot of safety in lane, the tiger is your ability to gank and or trade in lane, and the ox is what is really the heart of your team fighting disruption. This multifaceted ability, in tandem with the fact that your first two are rather simple and flexible, lends you to being the true jack of all trades for your team. You can gank and assassinate, you can trade in the front line with tanks, or you fit very well into poking with mages and maintaining your safe distance. And the aspect just doubles down on this factor, even though the point of it is to trade off some of the moment-to-moment flexibility for a more specialized kit depending on which stage of the game you're in. I could really go on for hours about how good this aspect is for some Wukong in the long run of the game, because now that you have the ability to knock up back, which when they took that knock up away, it kind of gutted the character for a little bit until they got his balance back. It's just a straight buff to the character. With the reduced cooldown on 72 transformations, you have the ability to just spam your dash. In Smite 1, your eagle form was the only one with slow and root immunity. Now, since the other forms get it, it's just a universally safe ability. The eagle is just extra safety because of how fast it is. The ox is great though with the knockups, because if you know something's coming in, you can switch into that, avoid the knockup, and keep moving out of the fight. As far as the modifications to your kit, the ox knockup is the best thing you can pick at any point in time. Eagle is good for farming in lane and maintaining some of that poke pressure, and Tiger is what's going to give you a lot of your objective take now, which is not what its purpose was. You can try an assassin style Sun Wukong that builds strength. I have yet to get it to really work well, or as well as a full tank with the ox knockup, or a full intelligence with the eagle cooldowns, and you play him more like a mage. Overall, I want to see more design like this in the game because it lets the character flex into a ton of different roles and still be relevant. Sun Wukong's ultimate is called Somersault Cloud. You rise into a cloud becoming stealthed and leaving a clone behind. You heal while on the cloud and refire to leap down dealing damage. You can be up there for a maximum of 5 seconds, healing for 2% of your max health and 5% of your intelligence. Somersault Cloud is a stranger standout in terms of warrior ultimates, because most warrior ultimates are going to give you some big CC, some big damage, some big team effect. This is not that. This is more akin to like an assassin ult or a mage ult, because you get to be selfish with this. Fuck what your team is doing, fuck what the enemy team is doing, you do what you need to do. Jump up on your cloud, take 5 seconds to collect yourself, get some health back, make a coffee, run to the kitchen, make a sandwich if you're Adonis, come all the way back to lane. When you jump off the cloud, you get the option to go as far as you need to, drop down on somebody's head and kill them. When you come down, most of your ability is going to be off cooldown. And if you're using the aspect, you should really be paying attention to the cooldown of your 3. Because if you use 3, right after you jump down, guess what? You're locked out for 90 whole seconds. So try your best to use this to get out of the fight, or confirm whatever kills you need to use, and then use your 3 to get out. The reason I'm covering his passive last is because it is the lowest skill floor and highest skill ceiling part of his kit. What happens is when you drop below 60% health, you gain increased intelligence, strength, and protections. It's damage and tankiness. It's great for laning, but if you go above this threshold, the buff does stick around for a little bit of time, so it rewards you for yo-yoing your health bar, which is why I like to build a little bit of lifesteal or some form of healing in the kit, aside from the ultimate. The skill ceiling part skyrockets when you get below 30% max health. You spawn a clone. The same clone you spawn in your ultimate. That means that you can potentially, if you time it right and immediately drop down out of your ultimate and you think you can live, you get 2 clones on the floor plus you at the same time. This used to not matter, but now it's huge because the clones now cast your 1 and your 2, your Magic Cudgel and your Master's Will, at the same time as you. It just casts them. Now, it may only be at 50% of your damage, but who cares when there's 3 of them falling at the same time? They may be on separate targets, they may be on the same target. You've now just turned your 1v1 into a 1v2, kind of stat-wise, 1v to 1.5. But now you're blowing up health bars, you're getting a triple knock-up. When that triple knock-up hits, it's like a fucking slot machine hit after you just lost your mortgage to the roulette table 10 minutes ago. Oh my god. The clones are killed by hard crowd control effects, so if they get hit by a silence, a knock-up, anything small like a pop or, a big knock-up, they can eat ultimates, which is really nice, but you do have to kind of time that right, and that takes some mastery of the character. Alright, I'm not scripting this part of the video because it's itemization, and itemization changes every fucking patch, every 2 weeks. It's ridiculous. They just removed anti-heal last patch, actually, and then they buffed the healing characters? What is Hercules? What is that? Anyways, I am fully confident in the fact that in Smite 1, Sun Wukong could have built any item he had access to, and still been impactful, and I issue that challenge to anybody in Smite 2. You can build any item you have access to and find a way to make it work, even if they don't synergize. I swear to God, you can build Jotun's Rage, Polynomicon, Soul Gem, Sunbeam Bow, Book of Thoth, and a fucking Dreamer Idol, and I guarantee you'll still have more impact than the fucking Artemis who can't hit an auto to save her life. If you need to, you can definitely go with a more strength-focused route, which is going to increase your melee damage and increase your physical on-hand attack damage, which is basically just bolstered by Bluestone Pendant. That is your bread and butter item. It procs off your 1, it procs off your 2. Those are the things where you just keep it going and keep it going. You just poke people down. Bluestone Brooch is cracked late game. I would challenge you to really entertain Blood-Soaked Shroud late game though, because off of a late game minion wave, if you hit the whole wave with your 1, you heal like a quarter of your health. It's ridiculous. Jungle Wukong did kind of take a hit though, because Bumba Spear and Bummer's Hamba are fine, but they're not as good as building a laning item and then just kind of flexing into jungle if your jungler needs you to take a camp or 2. All of the intelligence items will work for him. Literally all of them. My personal favorite build is to just go full lifesteal, no protections, which is very dumb. Do not do this unless you know how to dodge skill shots. Blink Rune is so much fun. And whatever that new fucking wing thing is that lets you jump out of the way, why would I need Aegis ever again if I can just see stuff coming and dodge it? Literally just dodge, free Rama dodge backwards. Not to mention now my attacks pull me into poke. Full intelligence Wukong works with bird form. Full tank is, I think, unfortunately meta, which is kind of boring because I see a bunch of people do this. And I saw people do this in Smite 1 where you build full tank, you build Glad Shield, and then you sit there and you just sit back and you poke with your 4,000 health.
This is Red Man 80 bar challenge. Let's go.
This nigga will lack before I beg mediocrity.
I can't just.
You're good, bro. You are so fine. I hate all these fucking characters. They're me. No, but like, what was that, Gage? Tell me I'm wrong after that. No. I said they're me. And you're like, don't say that. Okay, or were you just, or am I wrong?
No. No.
I am not wrong. All right, thank you. Alright, it was even trade. Okay, you just fucking mollywopped her. Tell me when this chick starts reading, she gets dangerous. The Iranians are right. I'm not gonna say about what, but they were right.
Because you're gonna freeze them in a turret, you know what I mean? You're a threat.
They're not gonna come under
you
turret.
You are a threat. They're doing it right now. Because they didn't. Because you didn't have the freeze ready.
You stupid n***!
I lived that. How the fuck? Go Adonis, go.
I can't get in.
Go Adonis, go.
No, Adonis, run! Adonis, run! I got it!
I died.
We all like.
Yo, we just threw him. We just threw him.
Get me in there, boy.
Go forward in front of him. Go left, 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 behind you. Went towards base.
This guy's blind. This guy's blind.
This guy's fucking blind.
I actually.
Yeah, you're blind.
Yeah, you're
It's
blind. And deaf.
He wasn't looking at his screen.
Blind and deaf and Jewish.
Jewish is the
Helen
word.
Keller.
Gage be like, I love Assault. I get to play new gods. Literally plays his fucking guy